Alright, we got another battle here, and he leads off with Persian, and I lead off with Heatran. I don't really care if he wants to fake out. I know I'll resist it. It won't do a lot. So he does the fake out, which I expected, and it barely does anything. I want to stay in and use Stealth Rock, and he switches out to a Gyarados. Intimidate, yada yada. Put up some rocks. I'm not really trying to stay in here. I don't want to get Earthquake or Waterfall. And so I go to Gengar thinking he's going to Earthquake to try to dodge it. And he Dragon Dances. So I'm like, damn it. I think I switched to Vaporeon now. And he switches to Scizor, I guess. I don't know why he was afraid of Gengar. Maybe he thought it would still be faster. So I go to Vaporeon. He goes to Scizor. And I don't know why I didn't go to Magnezone. But I stay in and I surf it. It looks like it would 2-hit KO, and he did a Swords Dance. Even after the Swords Dance, I'm not really afraid of it. It doesn't threaten Vaporeon. So he uses Superpower, and it's going to take about a little more than half. I go for another Surf, and I kill it. He should have saved it. He shouldn't have really wasted it against Vaporeon like that, but whatever. Lefty's game. Now he brings in Umbreon. And I kind of wanted to wish to heal myself up, but I didn't want to get flat out toxic. So I used Protect, and it ended up paying off because he was trying to toxic me. So now, I switched to Scizor. I don't really care. Well, he's going to be immune to the toxic. I don't care if he curses up, because Scizor has Superpower, Choice Banded, and anything else he wants to do, it doesn't really matter. Scizor was a good switch. So now I'm stupid, and he protects while I try to U-turn thinking he would switch out. But I guess he didn't know I was banded. He probably thought I was Life Orb, Swords Dance, so he didn't think I would U-turn again. He probably thought this time I was going to go for the Superpower. So he switches to Crobat. And Crobat resists U-turn anyway, but he still gives me a switch advantage. So now here, I'm stupid, and I haven't played a Crobat in a really long time, since Diamond and Pearl, and I didn't know that it has Heat Wave now. So I go to Magnezone, and when I saw Heat Wave, I facepalmed pretty hard. And on top of that, he gets a crit too, so it's like, wow. What a waste of Magnezone. So I sent out Scizor to try to Bullet Punch him. And then, oh no, I sent out Scizor to bait the Heat Wave. And then I went to Heatran to get Flash Fire, that's right. So now I stay in to use Flamethrower. He does Air Slash, which I don't really care about. Except I flinch. So now I know he's going to go for another one. It's going to put me in the orange. And I go for the Flamethrower and I kill his Crobat. So now he brings Gyarados in. And last time he brought Gyarados into Heatran, I switched and he Dragon Danced up. So I was trying to avoid that. So I just went for the explosion if he wants to Dragon Dance in my face. But it turns out I'm actually faster. So I explode. And it ends up killing him even after the Intimidate. So that worked out pretty well. And now he brings Kingdra in. And I bring in Scizor. So if I would have knew U-turn would do so much damage, I would have just kept him in and kept bullet punching. Look how much damage the U-turn does. It almost kills him. At first I thought it was a crit. So I go to Gengar. I wanted him to use Waterfall to try to kill my Gengar. And I switched out to Vaporeon to get some heals going on. Because of Vaporeon's ability, he gets healed if you use a water move on him. So that worked out really well. And here I was kind of pissed off, because the only two attacking moves my Vaporeon knows are Surf and Hidden Power. And it was supposed to be Hidden Power Electric. So I decided I'll go for the Hidden Power Electric since he resists Surf, and the Electric Hidden Power would hit him for neutral damage. But of course, I have to find out in the middle of a battle like this that I must have messed up his hidden power. It must be steel or something stupid like that. So it doesn't kill him. It probably would have killed him if it was electric. And that's annoying. So now I protect, not only to gain some lefties, but to try to get him confused from outrage. But he didn't get confused after 2 turns. That's not bad though. So now it looks like I'll probably live another outrage, so I go for the wish. And he continues to outrage. And I barely survive. I live with 18 HP. Yada yada. Make a wish. And now I'm gonna protect. He's confused, so I'm hoping that he damages himself while he's confused and while I'm protecting. Confused, and he ends up setting up in my face. And then it just strikes me that I don't really have any way to damage him, and he can end up just setting up on Vaporeon. So my plan was to make another wish, and then on the turn that he thought I would protect and he would use Dragon Dance, I would switch to Scizor. But he snaps out of confusion, and he Dragon Dances again. So I make the wish, and now this turn he's obviously going to Dragon Dance again because he thinks I'm going to protect. So I take the time to switch and bring Scizor in without being hurt. And even if he wanted to use a move, it probably wouldn't have killed Scizor and the wish would have healed him. So he has 3 Dragon Dances up. And I don't know why I was afraid to Bullet Punch. I thought that it wouldn't kill him. So I go for the superpower, and as soon as I click superpower, I realized, I guess I thought because Bullet Punch had priority, I thought that superpower would go first too. I didn't realize it until after I hit it. So thank God he used Outrage and not Waterfall. And I was able to survive it and kill him with the superpower. That was big. Good thing he didn't use Waterfall. So he brings out Persian. I don't really want to take the fake out, even though I'll resist it and I'm pretty bulky. So I go to Gengar to dodge it. And this was another stupid move. I never really played against Persian. I thought it was a speed tie, but it ends up that he's actually faster than Gengar. And on top of that, I didn't think Bite would one-hit KO. So that sucks. I wasted my Gengar for nothing. I was going to go for the Focus Blast. So I bring in Salamence because between Persian and Umbreon that he has left, I know I have time to set up and there's really nothing he can do, especially after an Intimidate. But of course I flinch from the bite. So he gets me down to about half with 2 bites, and I proceed to Dragon Dance. That thing's pretty strong. 2 bites took me to half after an Intimidate. So I Dragon Dance again. That's 2 Dragon Dances. And he goes for another bite. So now I want to start roosting. And he goes for another bite. And wow, that one kept going and going and going. He got a crit. So I roost again. And honestly, I could have just stayed in roosting all day and let Life Orb kill himself. He wouldn't have killed me, even if he kept getting crits. I guess he realized that too, so he U-turns out to Umbreon. I was kind of playing it safe. I guess I could have just went for an Outrage, but I didn't want Umbreon to protect, and then I get confused and hit myself, or something stupid to happen like that. So now I go for the Outrage. I don't know what he was trying to do. And that's going to one-hit KO. A Life Orb Outrage with Stab and +2. It's pretty strong. So he brings in Persian, and I guess he realizes after the Stealth Rock damage, he's going to die from Life Orb Recoil. So rather than him commit suicide and bring shame to his family, he rather falls to a mad Salamence. But that was a tough match. I almost lost it by playing stupid. And thanks for watching, guys. Later.